Good morning, YouTube. Now, you join me here at this session down at the Warren in Folkestone. Now, I have got a couple of rods in hand. Not really the rods you would expect. I can see someone's down here fishing already. Someone's fishing how I would expect them to. There's a chap with some lures, which is what you would expect down here. But I have got two rods and I'm going to give a bit of float fishing a go. And if it sits right and the wind doesn't pick up, I am going to give a bit of fly fishing a go as well. So, I can see someone lure fishing. There's also someone with a tripod as well. So, there we go. I'm going to go around. I'm down on the apron now, as you can see. Here. But I am going to head towards Dover Way. Walk along there about 5-10 minutes. And get set up. Now, for me, fishing isn't all about catching the big fish, going out, going for 100 of one species. It's about mixing it up and trying different methods to catch different species on, and size doesn't matter. So to me, if I get a nice little schoolie under a float, I'll be happy, or something small on the fly, again, I'll be happy. So let's get there and see what this morning will give us. Here I've come to still part of the concrete apron, probably 10 minutes walk around from where I've parked the car. Now I'll quickly show you what I've got and then I'll set them up. So I've got here my ISO rod, 17-foot fully parabolic action float rod, and I'll show you the bait that I've got for them in a minute. I'm not going to go with that first, as the water is only at the bottom of the apron. I've got my fly rod, so I've got my fly rod. This is, I've got 6 weight line on here on a 7 to 8 weight fly rod. The fly rod's a bit over the top, well, unless I obviously hook into something decent, but the only other fly rod I've got is too short. so I'm going to make this work. So what I'm going to do, get these 2 rods set up, and I'll show you the bait that I got for float fishing. So let's have a look at that now. So to get my bait for this session, I've come to Botany Bay. Now this is the day before, middle of the day. I think the low was about 1 o'clock. It's pushing in now, and it's pushing in quite fast. But down here, it's a good excuse to bring the family to the beach. And I've basically now just caught myself a bucket of prawns, live prawns. Let's have a quick look. There's a lot of weed in this bucket, but there are tons and tons and tons of live prawns in here. I'm going to just go back, sort them out, because I don't want the little ones. I only want the decent sized ones. And then I can use them as a hook bait under a float for the bass. Well, the bait is now collected, so I've sorted it all through. Probably 60 odd little ones went back, and then I've got these here. These 30 or so are ideal size to hopefully get some bass. Let's get this fly rod set up. Now I've got a nice bit of room here, so it'd be nice if I can get myself a bass on this. If not, the mackerel may show up. So what shall I go with first on here? I'm going to try this this silver one. I do not know what the names of these saltwater flies are. I tend to just go by what looks alright and the species I'm going for. So if I was going for like a triggerfish or something like that, go with these shrimp things, little crabs. But as I'm going for bass, let's go for something that may imitate something glistening in the water. Now I'm doing this first because I do feel the wind's picking up. Right, well, we've got a bit of a wind in my face here. I want this line to go, so let's see. Let's get this through the line. I would prefer it to be a bit calmer than this. Oh, the sea is making it very difficult without a pouch for the line. Nice. That's better. Nice. Right, so this is my ISO rod. And I need to fully extend this. Let's get some line out. This is 17 foot long, so it's quite long. Oh, there we go. There is this bad boy. Now let's set this depth on here to, let's say, I think I'm going to go about, what's that? 10 foot. Right, so I'm setting the depth on this float to about 10 foot. And then I'm going to get on one of these live prawns. There we go. Oh, dropped him. Picked him up again, same one, clear one. Now I've got a circle hook, and all I'm going to do is take the circle hook to the back part here of the tail, out the top, like so. There he is, on the hook, nicely presented. Let's get him out, but let's make sure I take the net with me, so I'm going to need that. Right, so that float is about 35 yards in front of me. Let's try and keep an eye on it. Very light flick, just gets that out nicely. If I put some effort into that, I could get like 70 yards, probably 60, 70 yards. Right, I've just changed the hook on this rig because I just missed a bite. I'm not quite convinced the circle hook is right, so I've gone the straight J hook. Done. But it does show me there's things out there. A bit shallower. Let's come in a little bit closer with this, I think. Yeah, let's work the line there. Bass will be right close, especially along a concrete apron like this. This ground here is mixed ground. There's rocks, sand patches, old groins that go out, concrete posts. They're going to be attracting the bass. Let's hope my prawn attracts the bass. It's a small tide today. Small tide, coming in very slow. It drops down quicker than it's coming in. If the mackerel show up, be quite nice, because I might get a mackerel or two on here. That's a bite, that's a bite. Yes! Yes, this is where they are. This is where they are. We've got a fish on here. It's only little. Oh, come on. Hey, look at the bend in that rod. Oh, this is good fun. Great fun, look at that. Woohoo! Oh, he's going. It's only tiddly. He's only small. He's got that tip right over. Yeah, come on. There you are. On the next one. Oh, come on. Here we go. Come on, up you go. Oh, don't want to lose him. There we go. Nice. Yay! I'm happy now. They're down the edge. There we go. Perfection in miniature. Small schoolie bass on live prawn under the float at the Warren. And we get him unhooked, which is easy enough. There he is. Look at that. Let's see if we can get another one. Maybe a little bit bigger. Come here. He should go off with the next wave. Go on, there he goes. Go on, dart off. There he goes. There he's darting off. Go on, mate. Like that. Yeah, go on. Come on. He's gone. He's gone. He slid himself back in. Beats a blank. It really does. Right. Let's go again. Down the edge. That's where they are. Tiny little flick here. It's a bit far, but we'll go about there. Let's see there. Voila. It really isn't inconceivable to think that there could be a 4 or 5 pounder just swimming down underneath my float, and if there's a prawn right in front of his face, I can't see why he wouldn't just snuffle it up. So let's hope. Well, the battery just died on this GoPro, but look at that. Now that's a nice little bass. Let's put this down gently. Look at that. Pleased with that. On the float, on the ISO rod. Great fun. The smaller fish give a really good account of himself on this rod. Pretty parabolic action, bends right into the fish. Look at that. Hey. Right. Let's get him back before he damages himself, which I don't want. Right, let's try again. I'm made a bit of a boo-boo. I haven't charged any of my GoPro batteries. So basically, I'm back to the GoPro 6. I've got no wind mic on this, so there might be a bit of wind noise. I apologise. I've got my battery, my portable charger, charging up some GoPro 10 batteries, but may not be in time. Anyway, we're out looking for our third bass. We've had 2 in pretty quick succession. Let's see if we can get a third. you could present it the same with a 12-foot float rod, something like that. Just a cart, like a match float rod, really. Or you could even here, you could come and pole fish. You could pole fish for bass. Well, I have wished I'd brought my my spinning rod and some hardcore minnows. And I was contemplating it when I was packing my gear, but then I thought, nope, come on. Stick to what you're gonna go with. I'm glad I have. Well, I nearly missed that. He's a tiddler. It was so quiet I weren't watching, and then it just shot under. This is the third bass. It's taken a while to get this one. He is tiny. I'll be able to just flick this one up. Hey, there we go. But they all count. He's tiny, tiny, tiny. Look at him going. Come here. Let's get some line out. Oh. Let's go along this way. Oh, look at him. Beautiful. Oh, stunning little fish. He's not going to be able to swim back because this water's not coming over as much. So let's, oh, at least he landed in the water there. Where's he going? He's racing that way. He's now got into a hole. Go on, go on. Go on, mate. That way, that way. There we go, go on. Off he goes. Right, let's try one more. Let's try one more. Right, get back on the fly. I am sticking with the same one. Not so much water here. Let's see if I can get this doing something. There we go. I have had enough. Well, I haven't had enough really, to be honest. I could fish here for a bit longer, but I have got other plans, so I am going to shoot off and do them. I've been here just over 2 hours, 2 hours 15-20 minutes, and I've had three bass all on the float, all on live prawn. The fly was a little bit difficult. The line was, I need my pouch really, my line pouch, because the line was getting caught on weed, on little bits of rock sticking up. The sea was getting it. I had the wind in my face a little bit, and I haven't fly fished for quite a while, a few years. So a bit rusty. I know they're here because it was a few years ago I saw a chap from France down here. He told me that he came over from France to come here specifically to fly fish, and I actually witnessed him catching a couple of bass. So it works, but just not for me, not today. But still managed to catch fish, didn't blank, enjoyed a little short session, got me up early, got me out of the house, got me awake, and got the buzz going, which is all you want really. Catching fish, bending the rod, it's great fun. Can't beat it. Anyway, next time, maybe a sib video, maybe a long session on a beach. I don't know yet, or a night session. Let's see. Until next time, tight lines.